Yeah, so obviously disappointing performance, but do you feel like potentially shot a penalty at the end there, given that Darlington?
I honestly didn't understand what the referee was thinking to give them a penalty. Not one person appealed. I asked him the question, he said he gave us 3 different answers. One was he put his arm across him, next one he got smacked in the face, next one he's pulled him back. So he's just made that up. It's never a penalty in a million years. If that's a penalty, then one on Fuster is a penalty. Simple as that, but I thought the officials cost with the game today. Yes, we were poor. We'd never played anywhere near what we normally do. We looked really flat, looked a little bit void of ideas at times. Darlington come back, and as soon as they got the goal, they defended really, really well. You've got to give them credit for that, set up to defend. But the officials cost with the day. Simple as that. Even from their penalty, he's give offside against Nipper. You could see a million miles he was on side by 2 yards. And it's costing them massively at the minute, these officials, and something's got to happen. They kind of just keep coming here and giving everything against her. It's just not right. The lads are down in there because of that. We should have come away after not performing very well with at least a draw. But because the officials decided to give that penalty, we haven't.
There was spells of pressure, but sort of the final product was lacking.
That's what I said, and their decision making was poor today. I think they passed it when they should have probably stayed on it, and they dribbled with it a little bit too close when they could have crossed it when they could have dribbled it. I think the whole front four, the decisions were poor today from all of them. But they've got to get their heads up, we've got to get back, me included, we've got to get them back, and we've got to work hard and make sure we get back to winning ways next week. But there's not a lot I could take away from that performance today, to be honest. I thought it was probably one of the worst games I've seen at Croft Park. I can't remember any clear-cut chances from any team. I think them had a header that Pete easily saved. We had a couple of half chances, but it was a really poor spectacle, to be honest with you. And we're better than that. We're a lot better than that. And we demand a lot better and expect a lot better, but we just never got it today.
Came off a 14-game unbeaten run and obviously lost the last 4 through the senior cup. That's great. Does that seem that it's going to happen when you're on a sort of a run like that? Once you get one defeat, it's hard to.
You do. Unfortunately, it's trying to get back onto that little run again. And you look at the 2 home games, Hereford and Darlington, we haven't been anywhere near the levels. Leyton Orient, I said the lads were really good, but I still expect a lot more with the ball. I didn't think we'd done enough with the ball against Leyton Orient than we normally do. So the performances haven't been great of late. Senior Cup, as I say, that was just the young lads and the lads getting minutes. Apparently that's not classed as a first team game anymore. Otherwise Jared would have been available today. So the fans hopefully understand that game, it's probably a reserve game now. So that will be passed on to the reserve if we're still in it next season. But it didn't seem to be any point in it because it's not classed as a first team fixture. So we missed out on Jared today, which was poor, but he'll be back next week. And but the other problem is we've got Michael Little missing next week now. It could be a few weeks for Lids, who's been outstanding. And Jordan Watson's having a little minor up on his shoulder on Tuesday, Wednesday, so he'll be missing. So we've got a lot of work to do. We're going to be short of players, probably not be able to fill the bench next week, but that's where we are. So we've just got to get on and win it, dig in and get the results again. And
Leamington's one of the toughest journeys that we know of from last year as well. So was it that game's coming at the worst time, and it probably would have, given the injuries just mentioned?
No, it is. It's a tough place to go in Leamington. Really tough place. They do well at their place, but we've got to get our chins up and get on with it. It's no point crying now. We've got to get on with it. We know what they're capable of. Everyone knows what they're capable of. It's just making sure that they're delivering it week in, week out. But it doesn't help when you lost some of your best players. We've just got to keep digging in, and it'll turn. I guarantee that it'll turn. It's the games after that we're going to come thick and fast. Decide to Tuesday, but we've just got to make sure that we get back to work on Tuesday. This is gone now. There's nothing we can do about it. Unfortunately, there's nothing we can do about it. We've just got to pick our chins up, as I say, and then get on when training, work hard, and make sure we get a result at Leamington.
And it's moments like this where you need the fans behind you, isn't it?
It is. I thought they were good today. They were outstanding down Leyton Orient, and they were good again today. It was nice to see 1,500 in Croft Park. But it's just, every time we have a decent crowd, we never seem to put on a decent show. It's a little bit disappointing, but we've got to make sure the fans keep coming back. We're still doing okay, but the sooner we get to that magic 50 points, the better. I think it's one of them, especially the injuries that we're picking up. But the lad, we've got to get the supporters behind the lads, and I've got to try and lift the lads this week and try and get them going. But I'm sure we'll be alright eventually.